Alrighty, now it's time to bring the steak, which has been dry rubbed with salt, pepper, and garlic, as well as the butternut squash, which has been marinating in vegetable oil, as well as salt, pepper, garlic, basil, lemon thyme, and oregano. As I mentioned in the previous video, whenever you're going to put any sort of meat, like a steak or ribs or anything on a grill, always use a good pair of tongs. You don't want to start using a fork or anything like that because, again, you're poking holes in the meat and those precious juices are going to come flowing out and it's going to dry out the meat. So we just bring it over to the grill, throw it on the grill, okay? Also, don't take a spatula and start pressing down on the meat. That, to me, is sacrilege. Why? I know you like to hear that little hissing sound. We all want to hear that hissing sound, but the problem with the hissing sound is that you're forcing the juices out of the meat and onto the coals, and especially if it's a fat or fatty style of juice that's coming out, you're going to get a flare-up. You're going to get a nice hot flame to come up, and it's going to scorch the meat, and it's going to get overdone in that spot. The idea of grilling is to do things evenly. So take your time. Grilling is a process. If you want a fast burger, then I'll use my gas grill over there. But if you're using things like ribs, you're cooking things like ribs or steak or chicken or anything like that, take your time. It's always worth the extra effort. So you let the steak go for a little while, and then you turn it over a couple of times, and then we're going to move it over to the other side to let it cook in direct heat as well. Let's take a look. All right, starting to cook. Okay. Another little thing I want to bring up. I go to a lot of people's houses for barbecues, and I see that their grills and the grates are filthy, horrible condition. They don't clean them. They've been told over the years, yeah, you don't clean the grill or the grates, all that grease that builds up, that adds flavor to the next time. No, all those impurities are going to add to a bitter taste. You're not going to like the way the food comes out. I clean and scrub my grills after every single use. I want to make sure they're nice and clean for the next time around. I might even apply a coat of olive oil to the grates. You know, not too much, just enough that you could rub in with a rag. So the next time I use it, it's clean. Also, when you're using these type of Char-Griller offset smoker style grills, sometimes you have to take some high heat paint and paint the outside because the paint will chip. That's natural, that's normal. Never paint the inside of the grill. Some people will do that, but the bottom line is when you cook next time, all those fumes are going to come off the paint. You're going to impart it into the food. Not only does it taste bad, it's really not good for you. So you never paint the inside of the grill, you paint the outside of the grill. Alright, steak's coming along. Ribs are looking pretty good as well. We got them going on with the indirect heat. Threw some extra charcoal in there just so I can maybe get a little smoke rolling. We're going to close the lid for a little while, and we're going to try to build up some heat inside of the chamber over here. Keep on turning this steak. London broil, you always want to have a little pink in the middle. You don't want to overdo a steak like this. It's definitely not good when it's well done. You cut it off the bias, you cut it nice and thin, it comes out perfect every single time. So we're going to close the lid up and let this thing do its job.